Ah, Smart Water, now in a sleek can.
This feels cool, literally.
Perfect for social gatherings and on the go.
Should I start wearing turtlenecks?
One sip at a time, friend. Smart Water cans, for those with a taste for taste. Get yours today.
How does PwC take your company to the leading edge? They bring the sharpest minds in tech to your team, so you can bring the ideas that will transform your business. They're passionate about your industry, so you can walk into any room with every advantage. And they're with you every step of the way, so you can know you're headed in the right direction. PwC builds for what's next, so you can get there now. Get started at pwc.com/us/leading edge.
This is the Daily Blast from the New Republic, produced and presented by the DSR Network. I'm your host, Greg Sargent. Carol Huey has lived for 20 years in a small town in Missouri after coming to the United States from Hong Kong. She's been raising a family in this town and works as a waitress and a house cleaner, and as the New York Times reports, she's well liked by a lot of the locals. But recently, Carol was arrested and she now faces potential deportation. This has shocked and dismayed many of the town's residents, even though the area went overwhelmingly for Trump. Today, Carol Huey is talking to us about her ordeal from jail in Springfield, Missouri. She's talking to us about the tensions this has unleashed in this small Trump-supporting town. At times, the conversation got very difficult and she broke down and cried. We also talked to Carol's lawyer, who explains her situation later in this episode. But for now, we're talking to Carol. Hi, Carol. Thank you so much for talking to us today.
You're welcome, guys. Thank you.
Your name is Ming Lee Hui, but we'll call you Carol. Carol, can you tell us about your life in Kennett, Missouri, how long you've lived there, the family you're raising, your jobs, and your friends?
I moved to Kennett May 2004, and I was go visit my friend. She was having baby at the hospital, and after that, we're just looking around, and I really like Kennett. People say Kennett is really small because by that time we only have like a little bit over 10,000 people. But for me, I feel like that's enough. 10,000 people. This is not small town. If I have to know everyone, it takes a long time to know everyone. And I think I really like it. So I decided to stay in Kennett.
Carol, you have a family there and kids, right? Can you tell us about that?
We don't marry yet because of the situation we have, but I call him as my husband. I have my husband and my 3 beautiful children. I got 2 boys and a girl. I love them so much. And my all 3 children, they're doing really well in Kennett. I'm so proud. People love them and care about them. And I have wonderful church I go into. And I met a lot of good people.
Carol, it looks as if the town is really quite shocked by what happened. According to Jack Healy of the New York Times, your church held a prayer vigil for you, and the Waffle House where you work apparently held a fundraiser for Carol Day and brought in $20,000. Hundreds of locals have signed petitions. Can you talk about what that feels like? Did you know that there was all this support for you out there? What does it feel like?
I didn't know till after the happening. And then I got so shocked. I didn't know that many people love me.
I just want to be clear. Carol just said, I didn't know that many people loved me. Can you talk about that?
Because I work, I take care of my kids. I love everyone, the person I met every day. I met new people every day, and I try my best to make their day is a good day. No matter they come in the restaurant is sad or angry, I would want to, when they left the restaurant, they're happy. I care about people. I never thinking about people who love me that much. When they do that to me, I was like, no way. I was like, for real? Carol Day? I'll be famous. I'm joking to my son. He said, Mom, yeah, they make a day. So after the day happened, my son told me about what's going on. I was like, I love them so much. Thank you so much what they do for me. Hopefully I will see them soon.
A lot of people in this town voted for Trump. What was it like during the campaign when Trump was campaigning on deporting all quote unquote illegals? It seems as if a lot of Trump supporters either didn't know it could lead to the removal of people like you or didn't ask themselves whether it might lead to the removal of people like you. What does that feel like?
That's sad. That's really sad. Because I'm here, here right now we have 49 women here. We have almost 20 to 25 women is from ICE. Where everybody here will have different story. All we do is just want to have better life to ourselves, to our family, to our children. I hope more people understand it. I know they vote for Trump. Trump want to make America better. That's great. But we're human. We make a mistake. But at least give us a chance to fix it. And the other half of the people here, they was logged in here for they're not from ICE. They're from other reason they was here, have other 25 people here. They was doing drugs. They were talking about drugs, drinking. They were so different from us. They were just, I just need to here for 6 months. I can go home see my family. How about us? If you let me here for 6 months, I can go home to see my family. I definitely will do it. I don't care. I want to see my family. I want to able to give a hug for my daughter, for my children. Everybody here, they're all 20 women from Africa, Mexico, different places, Russia. We just need the government can protect us to staying here. We don't ask for money. We don't ask for food stamp, anything to help. We will work no matter what to take. We will work no matter to take for taking our family. I just want that people vote Trump, they support Trump. It's good that Trump can help America get better, but we also can make a balance. We also can help others, for protect others. We are not criminal. I promise all around here, the 20 women here, we don't doing drugs. We don't stealing. We work what we have. And we love anybody we do, no matter what skin color you are.
To stay up to date on all the news that you need to know, there's no better place than right here on the DSR Network. And there's no better way to enjoy the DSR Network than by becoming a member. Members enjoy an ad-free listening experience, access to our Discord community, exclusive content, and more. Use code DSR2025 for a 40% off discount on sign-up at thedsrnetwork.com/buy. That's code DSR2025 at thedsrnetwork.com/buy. Thank you, and enjoy the show.
Carol, I want to read you something that your friend Vanessa Cowart, who helped you convert to Catholicism, said to the Times. "No one voted to deport moms," she said. "We were all under the impression we were just getting rid of the gangs, the people who came here in droves." So that's your friend Vanessa Cowart talking. She said no Trump people in the town really voted for something as horrible as what we're seeing right now. How do you feel about that? Do you think it's true that a lot of Trump voters didn't know that they were voting to remove people like you?
I know my town have over 90% is voting Trump for sure. But in their heart, I don't think they mean to want to deport everybody from this country. Because I know my town people, they have a good heart too. They just want the American get better. Is like the economy, the prices, the gas price, people have job. I don't know. I don't know.
Carol, what originally brought you to this country, and what happened when you first got here?
When it's a long story. When I was young, my mothers were beating me, hurting me so bad. He would mean to. She hates me. She will hurt me really bad. When I graduated in the high school, I moved out. I went away from the house. My mom was beating me, hurting me. She don't eat. So I live like a different house to my friend's house. I also live in a storage room to my job. I feel like I live in Hong Kong like a mice, like a big mouse, just go different places to hide. Hopefully one day my mom will find me to beat me again. So I go to the New York. No, New York is not the one I can feel peace.
How old were you when you first came?
I was 24.
24. You were young.
Mm-hmm.
What got you to move to Missouri?
Because one of my friends was pregnant. So I was, by that time, I coming to see her, and I feel peaceful. When I sleep in her house, I don't scare. Someone will come to my house and beat me up, or someone will come in and wake me up and hurt me, like my mom, she was doing. I certainly love this town, and I can do much I want. I feel freedom. I feel happiness in here.
You've worked for many years as a waitress, right? Some of it at the Waffle House, and you've also cleaned houses. Can you talk about that? You've met a lot of American families doing that, right? You wait on American families every day, don't you?
Yes. And I was not doing cleaning houses first. One day I was working in John Waffle House, and then one older gentleman, he's 70, 80 some years old. He was so upset. So I started talking to him, saying, "You okay?" He said, "No, my house is a mess. My wife, she's sick, and I don't have much money for somebody can clean my house. So I feel so bad. So I offer him, I can clean your house for free till your wife get better." He looked at me, he like, "For free?" I'm like, "Yeah, sure, I can help you." So he like, "You can help clean my house for free?" I said, "Yeah. Anyway, you say you have much money to pay. You don't have to pay me, and I can help." So I started help clean his house for free. And then starting thinking about people were talking about, "Oh, Carol, she clean houses." I was like, "No, I do not clean houses." "Yes, she clean really good. She don't charge you much." And starting people come to me and tell me to help them clean houses from one to one. So that was I'm starting cleaning houses for people.
When you wait tables at the restaurant, you must get to know a lot of American families, but you must have gotten to know them pretty well over time, right? Can you talk about that?
Yes. Yes, I know a lot of people, they tell me about their life story. And sometimes it's happy story, sometimes it's sad story. So I started to pick up more little bit English. Before I was so shy to talk to them. And now when they started to talk to me, I started to know more about them, what they need. So sometime on the Thanksgiving, we will bring some food for people, and try to help people. And I feel more close to everybody come to the restaurant.
Can I ask, what does it feel like to know that there are all these people out in the town who are hoping that you get released and are rooting for you? Can you talk about what that feels like?
I'm appreciate what they do. I don't know. I so loved it. I'm thank you so much. They love me so much. And I hope I can see them again, and I will give hug for every single one to love me. I will give them a big hug, kisses, everything I can.
Carol, I know that you have 3 children and you're separated from them. One of them is 14. Your boy is 14. How old are your other 2 kids, and what does it feel like to be separated from them?
It's hard. I have a 14 years old. My oldest son, he's autistic. He was crying so bad. He's scared. And one time he was knelt down so bad. He said he heard somebody say, before at school, people were asking questions. Oh, your mom in jail. He was so scared. He's scared wouldn't him not see again. And I kind of scared him. He don't know what to do. And also, I have a 12-year-old son, and he cried. He said, "Mom," he told me whenever I go, can I please take me too? And my daughter, she's 7 years old. Of course, she don't know nothing. And she said, "Mom, please come home, please. I need you. I'm so boring at home." She told me, "Mom, nobody tell me the bedtime story no more. No one give me a hug and kissing. Mom, I miss you. I need you." I feel so bad. I don't know what I can do for my children. I don't want to put this situation to them. I just want a happy, normal life. Have mom and dad to love, can do anything, the sport, for school, anything they want. I just want to do. I just want my kids not be scared.
You don't want your kids to be scared. We understand that you're trying to get members of Congress interested in trying to turn this around. Do you have a message for members of Congress and other politicians? Would you like to say something to them?
Please let me free. I want to stay here with my children. Please protect me. I'm so sorry. I have a poor English. I don't know. I just want to be my family with my children. Stay here in the United States for freedoms and have better life.
Carol, thank you so much for talking to us. We wish you the best of luck. Hopefully your story will get more attention, and hopefully this will end. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
We're also talking today to Carol's lawyer, Raymond Bortolocci. He's here with us, and he's going to explain some of the legal ins and outs of the case. Ray, what happened to Carol exactly, and where are things?
Thanks, Greg, for giving us the time to speak to Ming and to covering the story. Ming came to the United States in 2004. She ultimately ended up in removal proceedings or in deportation proceedings because she overstayed her visa, and the government made certain allegations that were really negative based on her original marriage. She presented an application for asylum to the immigration court. The application was denied. She appealed it to the Board of Immigration Appeals, which again dismissed or denied her appeal, and went all the way to the 8th Circuit Court of Appeals, the U.S. Court of Appeals, that also dismissed her appeal.
You mentioned the previous marriage. I just want to clarify that the New York Times reported that she entered into a paid marriage for the sake of getting legal protection. And as you've said, she has regretted that ever since. She was desperate at the time. Can you just give us a short overview of that part of it?
Carol received some really poor guidance and really bad advice. Whoever suggested her, she was in such a desperate time in her life after all the suffering that she sustained when she was in China. She entered into a marriage, and the marriage was just a sham marriage. And that, after an investigation was uncovered, and really that's what caused her to be discovered by the Department of Homeland Security and placed in deportation proceedings, so to speak. And I've known Carol, and I know her as Ming for so long. I've known her since 2007, and I can assure you that a single day doesn't go by without her regretting, following that really ill advice. She was desperate, and I cannot stress it enough. And not to justify her conduct, but she's just so remorseful about it. Fast forward, after all her appeals are exhausted, she's ultimately placed under what we call an order of supervision. The Department of Homeland Security, was not in a position to enforce the order removal. Her son was autistic, and she was not eligible for any type of other defense. And she's been on this order of supervision. I have a lot of clients that are or have been on order of supervision, but she was so adamant, never missed an appointment, never violated any laws as a condition of her supervision. I mean, she was just a model foreign national under this program. Every year was granted an employment authorization dedicated to working and caring for her family, her autistic son. And the order of supervision had been renewed year to year, and it was valid until August of this year. Right after January 20th and the executive orders, we started seeing some very dramatic movements. And then she received a call that she needed to report ahead of her reporting date in August 2025. And she showed up the next day as directed. Again, she followed all the rules and every instruction, and that's when she was taken into custody.
They told her that her protection, the legal protection she had, was canceled, and informed her that she'd be deported, correct?
Correct. And that the department wanted to enforce the order. Obviously, the executive order said that the department will no longer want to have anyone on an order of supervision. And if you had a final order of deportation, then you needed to be deported. And our whole point in this particular case was that, look, she's been a model, participant in the program.
You and Carol are fighting her deportation. What are the prospects for that succeeding? What are you trying to accomplish?
Based on a recent Supreme Court decision not too long ago, we believe that there are changed circumstances that would really warrant the case to be reopened, because now Carol has a defense that she did not have at the time when her case was heard. And we remain optimistic that the case will be reopened. And obviously, having an autistic child in the United States, we feel very confident that we would have a really good shot at it, but we have to get this door opened, or reopened rather, and we're hoping that the Board of Immigration Appeals will do that in light of these changed circumstances.
So you're trying to do two things. One is to halt the deportation, which seems to be getting processed as we speak. And then you also want to go back into appeals court, immigration appeals court, I should be clear, and replead her case based on the fact that she has an autistic child and getting legal protections in the United States that are more durable. Is that what you want, and is that possible?
Correct. We've done both. Both have been filed at the same time. We filed an emergency request that the deportation be stayed for an order preventing the department to put Carol on a flight. And at the same time, we filed a request that her old case be reopened so she can go forward with this new defense now available to her. And obviously, because she has an autistic son, we believe that the facts of the case are strong enough and they're changed enough that she's deserving of having this opportunity.
Ray, we want to thank you so much, and we want to thank Carol too. Thanks so much for bringing her to us from her jail cell. We wish you the best of luck to both of you.
Thank you, and thank you again for shedding so much light on this story. Really appreciate that.
Thank you so much.